Here we go, what feddle? How we doing, you gorgeous people? Today I'm talking about two things. One, the energies at the moment, and two, the Anunnaki. Again, because I like that subject. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So firstly, the emissary said something that I liked. I said to them, how do you see the energy at the moment? And they said, wow, we are very impressed with the energy at the moment. There's an energy of speaking out, which we've talked about. People just saying what's on their mind and not being scared of speaking out. And they said this speaking out will wake other people up. They said you must understand how important it is that people speak out. But then they added this, and this is the word that they used. And they said, not the Looney Tunes speaking out, not the people who are conspiracy theorists speaking out. All right, they were just joking. We are Looney Tunes, of course we are. However, they said, they're not the people who are going to wake people up. And don't we know it? Because we've been speaking out for a long time, and we've woken up, fuck all. Nobody. We just get slapped around the face and people stop talking to us. What they said is this: the people who are waking up now don't have information. And what's happening is they're speaking out saying, I don't know what is going on. I don't understand it. All I know is that we are being called far right when we're not far right. All I know is that we are not being allowed to speak out when we want to speak out. All I know is that our country's being destroyed and I don't know why. The power of that, the emissaries say, is far greater. Why? Because the people are saying there's something wrong and I don't know why. That is far more acceptable to somebody who's asleep than this is happening because A, B and C and the elites and the reptiles and the blah 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 and the blah. People are overwhelmed with that. Plus they don't like know-it-alls. And we can come across sometimes as know-it-alls. Why? Because we know it all. This is the problem. We do. I know loads of shit. I can waffle on for ages and I watch people's eyes glaze over sometimes. And I've only said about 3 sentences. And the eyes are still glazing over and I think, shut the fuck up, Gordon. Shut up. Because they don't want to hear that. But then they hear somebody who says, something's seriously wrong and I don't know why. They resonate with that for 2 reasons. One is they know something's seriously wrong too. And 2 is they don't know why either. But that question of, I don't know why, opens up the floodgates for them. Because they go, well, nor do I. But I wonder why. And that's how you wake up, when you say, I wonder why. And you start looking for the why. You see, when we start our diatribes with, well, what happened was, so long ago, blah, 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 and this and that, and they're thinking, who are you? Who are you to give me all this information? What do you know? I've never heard this in my natch. And here you give me all of this crap. No. I'm not accepting that. And so they get all this cognitive dissonance and all of that. Whereas when somebody's saying, something's wrong and I don't know why, they go, yeah, I'm with you on that. So that's what the emissary said is happening, that people are going to wake up. More so than ever, they said. More than ever. It's going to be very quick. So that's nice. So let's get on to the Anunnaki. I've been listening to, on Spotify, there are like podcasts where people are doing like loads of stuff. Some of them are horrible, but some of them are nice. And I was listening to this man who was talking about, done a lot of analysis on the Anunnaki and he was chatting about it. Really, really intelligent person. And he was talking about all of the way that the Bible made out that Jehovah, Yahweh, was the goody and the devil, the serpent, not the devil wasn't mentioned then, the serpent was the baddie. And then when you look at the parallels, you see that Yahweh was Enlil in the story of the Anunnaki and the serpent was Enki. And so Enlil was the baddie. Well, not so much the baddie, but the one who wanted to subjugate and to control. And Enki was the one who wanted to liberate and free him. Yeah. Which in essence is the story of the Bible, isn't it? In Genesis, where the serpent wanted the couple to have all the knowledge that they needed to have, and Yahweh didn't want them to have that knowledge. Yeah. So very interesting and very confusing, because then you start thinking, well, hang on a minute, you know, if the baddie's the goodie and the goodie's the baddie, where does that even leave us? So I asked the emissaries about that, and I was saying, so, you know, what do you think about this kind of something that flies in the face of what Christianism might say? And they said, we can't say for certain about where the truth lies with all of that. And they said, it varies from timeline to timeline. And so the story changes according to where you are and the information that you're looking at. And I said, so what about things like the Mandela effect and talking about stories changing on timelines? What's going on there? Because we've been talking about the Mandela effect in our Telegram group. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. The link, the invite's in the information on the video. You've got to be a nice person, and you've got to talk about nice things in the group and not bring in fear porn. However, you're more than welcome to come and join us. So we've been talking about the Mandela effect and how it's another area that I found fascinating for a while. I spent a lot of time looking at it. The emissaries were saying, yes, what's happened, this is their way of describing it, that timelines have converged. And so the reason that they've converged is because there is only one outcome now. They said on the other timelines, like, you know, we were talking about the Looking Glass project, where there were tons of potential futures, and they got to a point where there was only one future. Every time they looked, no matter what scenario they put in, there was one future. The emissaries are saying that that's because we've only got one path now. Before, there were many. Lots and lots of options and stuff like that, I suppose. Now, there's only one future, and we all know what that is, and it's a good one. It's not a bad one, it's a good one. And so they're saying that now that we are all on one timeline, and quite how that works, I don't even want to go there in my head, how timelines can converge and you know, I don't know. You know, if the same person's in two timelines and they converge, what happens to that person? Does one of them get chucked out? Do they merge? Well, I have no idea. Perhaps I should ask them. They won't say anything. Anyway, this is why we've got so many conflicting beliefs about things. This is the emissary said this is why people can't agree, because we've got so many different beliefs and ideas about what's true and what isn't true, so many conflicting ideas about what the past was like and what the future might be like. So it's a bit of a mess, but I think, you know, it's a planned mess. I think and eventually we will all come to the same mind. But the good news is that there's only one future now. There's only one future, and it's coming at a pace. Soon. Coming to a world near you. Soon. However, for the moment, the best that we can do is try and make sense of this higgledy-piggledy, topsy-turvy, upside-down, tits-up world, and just get through it, whilst all of these things are settling into place. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.